Oh boy, this is gonna be a fun video. What's up everybody? Welcome back to Just Jake Reviews, where I review albums, movies, and sports games. And today, we're doing something a little bit different. I want to make this a new series heading into the channel that I do. I'll probably do it once every 2 to 3 months maybe, and obviously when the year ends. And that new series is a series called Highs and Lows. This is episode 1 of Highs and Lows. Pretty good, pretty clever name, right? I know, I thought of it myself. And pretty much what I'm going to be doing is, throughout this video, I am going to be going over my favorite songs that I've heard this year already for the past 2 months that came out 2025. A few of my least favorite tracks, and then I'm going to be ranking every album I've heard so far that came out this year. There's only 6 of them because it's only 2 months. Once again, this will not be a once every month thing. This will be a once every 2 to 3 months maybe. I might not do this until maybe like halfway through the year, so like May or June, whatever. But, you know, I could probably do this again in April. So yeah, these are going to be a lot of fun to make, a lot of fun to edit. So hope you guys enjoy these videos, because while I do review albums, movies, and sports games, I do love doing that. Music comes number 1 for me, in my opinion. Yeah, the Flyers hat, I just watched them play, so that's why I was like, I'm not going to change it. It's unique. So I figured I would, go over all the new music I like. And yeah, once again, if you want to comment down below the music you like this year, I will totally look at it and be like, yeah, sure, I like that song too. If you want to disagree with me and say, Jacob, that song's awful, why do you like that song? Then I'll tell you why I like it. I'm trying to build a community here, okay? And by the way, thank you so much for getting me to 1,000 views. This channel has hit 1,000 views. Love you guys for doing that. Let's keep building the channel. So proud of you guys. Let's get into it. So I figured we could start with albums. Let's do the albums first. Once again, I did say there's only 6 of them. I have album of the year pulled up next to me, and I'm just gonna go over them 6 to 1, least favorite to favorite. Talk about the rating. Talk about a little summary. Talk about some of my favorite and least favorite songs. But I don't really want to spoil the list though. So yeah, and by the way, I've actually done a review of 2 of these albums that I will probably put in the description of this video, the link of the 2 album reviews I have on this channel already. But anyways, let's just get right into it.
T-shirt like I'm Hulk Hogan. I appreciate the fans rocking with me. This is really just a small...
Yeah, I feel like you guys saw this coming already. I mean, once again, I reviewed this album in full on my channel. It was kind of a joke review, but I found it kind of hilarious. Although my score and everything I said about the album was not a joke, that is literally how I feel about this album. This album sucks. Some Sexy Songs for You, the Drake and Party Next Door Valentine's Day album. Holy crap, is this album awful. And I don't want to go too full in depth with this album, because once again, I have a whole review on my channel about this. Once again, link in the description for that. And dude, I am not a big Drake fan to begin with at all. I like some of his rap stuff. So this is exactly the opposite of what I like from him. But anyways, back to what I was saying. I don't want to say this is Drake's worst album, but I literally cannot find one good song in this album. There's not a single good song. Every song stinks. There are a few songs that are actually horrible, which we'll get to later. And most of the songs are just boring and mid. This album stinks. It's bad. This album gets a 4.0. All right, number 5.
In my car, let's go when things get difficult. In my car.
Okay, this album's a little interesting. So, Reflections, the Imagine Dragons demo album, I guess you could say. This is a demo album from Smoke Plus Mirrors. So, Smoke Plus Mirrors is Imagine Dragons' 2nd album, and it's an album that is, loved from other people besides Imagine Dragons fans. I know they're not really the most loved band. I like them though. They used to be my favorite band of all time, but they're not anymore. Honest to God, not that bad for a demo album. There are actually a lot of solid songs on this. And if you have heard the original Smoke Plus Mirrors album, none of the songs off this demo album even sound remotely close to anything on Smoke Plus Mirrors. This is just, it feels like a whole new album. I mean, some of the songs in this album do have the exact same flow, but I'll accept it for it being a demo album. The best songs are Monica, A-OK, My Car, and The Journey. Reflections gets a 6.3. All right, number 4. This album is going to be, at the end of the day, when the year's over, one of the most popular albums to ever come out this year. Tate McRae, really popular pop star. So Close to What? Her new album. I wasn't really expecting much. I don't really love her music to begin with. I think her last album, her previous album from I think 2 years ago, had like 3 or 4 good songs. And that's kind of how this album is. I mean, this album maybe has, I think, 2 to 3 good songs. But overall, not a huge fan of her voice. I do think she's improving. I will say one thing, nothing to do with the album. Her looks are growing on me so fast. Like, I used to not think she was attractive. She is attractive now. Favorite songs in this album are It's Okay, Signs, and Two Hands. The worst songs in this album are Means I Care, Green Light, and Dear God. This album is just a little better than the Imagine Dragons album because it's obviously more complete. This album gets a 6.4. All right, number 3. I spent that over 5 times, still ain't running out. Once again, another album that I reviewed just recently, like 2 videos ago. I'll put the link in the description for that video. Iann Dior's single to his debut album, Nothing's Ever Good Enough, the sequel to it. I've talked to a lot of people who actually heard this album, and they don't actually like this album. They think this is Iann Dior's worst album by far. I obviously don't think that at all. I think this album is actually pretty good for 8 songs. I think he's coming out with more this year, more done in the future, so I'll definitely get into more of that when new updates come out. But yeah, overall, pretty solid little EP-ish, 8 songs. I think 4 or 5 of them. The one song is not great, My Ex's. The song's not good. But yeah, Next to You and Forever Love are the 2 best songs. But yeah, once again, I did a whole video on that review. But yeah, all I can say is Iann Dior, let's not rush him into him releasing more music. Just be happy he gave you the 8 songs. He's definitely making more in the future. Once again, this album, 7.3. Number 2.
I bet I'll be rich by April Fool's Day. The moon's wide awake.
I did not feel like including this album. I didn't. Balloonerism by Mac Miller. My second video on this channel ever is a review of this album. So we're also not going to talk about it too in depth. Once again, kind of a little iffy to include this album or not because, yes, this album did come out this year. It is not a new album. It is just, he recorded it during the Faces era, so we got it as a posthumous album this year. Once again, like I said in the review, amazing album, huge Mac Miller fan, could review some more of his stuff in the future. I love this posthumous album, and I think that we're really glad to get it. I'd say if you like Faces like me and think it's Mac Miller's best album, you definitely love this album. There's a lot of elements to it, a lot of storytelling stuff. You got SZA on the one song, which is she's having a really, really good year this year. Love the really smooth, echoey vocals, nice piano on the tracks, very beautiful. The background vocals are great. They add that small little tone to the album that the album actually needs. Once again, produced by Thundercat, which is great. Best songs in the album are Funny Papers, Friendly Hallucinations, Stoned, and Mannequins. And the worst song on the album is Excelsior. Once again, I think it was just too short, which is what I said. But yeah, this album's great. 8.3. And number 1, my album of the year so far, which might actually stick with me for a little bit. Definitely top 10 when the year's over for sure. I did not review this album, but trust me, it's very good. I mean, who's shocked? Who's shocked? The Weeknd, you did it again. Hurry up tomorrow. Hurry up today. Hurry up whenever. I don't know. Abel, you did it again. Sayonara to your Weeknd persona. You had a great run. You dropped what could possibly be one of the best albums to end a trilogy with, of course, I'm talking about After Hours, Dawn FM, and then this album. 3 fantastic albums. I recommend you listen to all of them. Amazing album. Yes, a 22-song track list is a little nuts, but it works. And I reheard this album again just not too long ago, and it's fantastic. An amazing album we got in January of this year. The best songs on the album are Wake Me Up, Hurry Up Tomorrow, title track, and I Can't Wait to Get There. My worst song is Take Me Back to LA. I don't know. I just don't think it's the best song. But once again, this album will stick with me as time goes on in the year. This album is an 8.9. Fantastic. Alright, I've been recording for 15 minutes, but this video is going to be like 9 minutes because so many interruptions. Alright, now let's get on to the songs. So, let's talk about a little bit of negativity. So, I only have 2 bad songs I've heard this year. Well, yeah, that's true. There are only 2 songs I'm going to get into that are noticeable of being really awful that I've heard so far. We'll start with the number 2 and then go to number 1 because number 1's pretty obvious. But yeah, here's the first bad song of the year. Heading back into that Imagine Dragons demo album, Reflections, we have The Ghost Intervention. Once again, every song is a demo. It's funny to say because this song is not even the only song in this album that sounds like this. It's just, I don't know what the hell this song is. Like, am I working out? Am I watching Transformers? What the hell is this song? This is not an Imagine Dragons song. It's not even their worst song ever. But, like, listen, this song might actually, like, not even be on the list when the year's over, but once again, time will only tell. This song I might even forget. I even added the list, but this song is not good. I don't like it. It sounds almost robotic. And the worst song of the year so far. I'm sure every single person agrees with me.
Touch this one, make the gas step left, then right, then left again, then.
Yep. Meet Your Padre by Drake and Party Next Door. If I have to hear Drake speak Spanish one more time, I don't think I will be here anymore. I really don't. Jeez, this song is awful. It's not even the only song it's definitely not the only song I would call bad on the album. There's more than one bad song on this album. I think I made a joke about this song in my other video. I don't remember, but wow, this song stinks. I don't like the beat. I hate everything about it. Once again, Party Next Door, where are you on this album? Can we get more of you? Like, it's just Drake for freaking 91% of it. I think I said that. Awful. All right, now let's hop back into the positivity of stuff. Let's talk about the amazing songs I've heard this year. Once again, there are also 6 of them. Yes, one song did come out last year, but I think it's popular this year, so I'm going to count it, so shut up. 6 to 1. Once again, all these songs are good, so I'm not going to say worst to best. All these songs are good, but 6 to 1, least best to best. And yeah, let's jump right into it. Number 6.
Wide up 50, reacted to nothing. Said he was twins, I just learned that they cousins. Drinks.
Nobody has any clue who the hell this guy is, and I get it. Matt Corman? Yeah, I really don't either. Counted Me Out by Matt Corman. So, I almost don't want to spoil, like, the reason I found out about this guy, because it's a song that has to do with the song is also on this list later on. But he dropped a way better song this year that will get to the list in like a few minutes, actually. And I was like, this song is so good for a guy I've never heard of in my entire life. I'm going to look into his discography. So I clicked on a few of his singles, and this song came out this year, and I was like, damn, this song's pretty fire. I like the beat, good rapping, and I wouldn't really say I'm like a huge fan of like underground artists, but this guy could be up and coming. But yeah, catchy ass song, pretty good. All right, now let's get into more mainstream. Number 5.
Me don't even fucking know that I know. It's something that I just file away. Lost a few M.
Jack Harlow's, he's been on a pretty good run as recently. He has Tranquility by Jack Harlow. This song completely goes with the fact that Jack Harlow has been making this kind of music for a little bit now. His album 2 years ago, Jackman, was one of the only albums I like by him. Very, very solid. Only 10 songs. Love the instrumentals. I love his smooth rapping. This song goes right in line with it. He has dropped, I think, 3 or 4 singles already this year. This is the only one that has caught my attention. Love the little sample flip. Love the beat. I love the way his flow matches with the slow beat. Great rapping. Never get tired of hearing it. The song isn't too long either. I say, Jack Harlow, if you're to make an album this year, put this song on it, and that album might actually be pretty good. And you might get a review out of it for me. So, yeah, Tranquility, number 5. Number 4.
Now we're strangers, and I hope that you still cry for me.
All right, let's try to ease our way out of hip-hop a little bit, because we love hip-hop. Everyone loves hip-hop. I hope you do. Let's go back to The Weeknd, okay? Cry for Me. So I don't have this song written down as like a top 3 favorite on this album, but the second time I heard this album, I was like, this is the best song on the album by far. It is one of the more popular songs of the album. I love the chorus. I love just everything about this album. It has something to do with the album. Like the way he sings, instrumental's crazy, the synths are nuts. The Weeknd is fire. He's a masterpiece of an artist, and so is this song. All right, so Matt Corman, number 3.
Work for them all in the dirt, Bobby going berserk. I'ma need a 24 karat gold hearse.
Oh my God, Matt Corman featuring Logic. Now, Logic, one of my favorite artists of all time, I love him. He's one of my favorite rappers of all time. I get notified when he drops like a feature or a single, and he's featured on this song, featuring the guy was Matt Corman. I was like, who the hell is this guy? I'll listen to it. This song slaps. This song is a banger. Like head bopping like crazy. Logic works perfectly on it. I was like, Matt Corman, this guy's also pretty good. I'm getting more of his music, which is why I found Counted Me Out. But this song is way better. This is one of the songs I will say is underrated, and will probably stick with me when the year's over. Logic had a great feature. By the way, I also tweeted out at Matt Corman that this song was very good. He liked my tweet. Very happy about that. So he knows I'm a fan of this song. Number 2. This song came out last year, but just bear with me. Dancing in the Flames by The Weeknd. I know the song came out last year, but dude, amazing song. This might be a top 10 Weeknd song, arguably top 5. The instrumental is crazy throughout the entire track. The chorus, the repeated lines, like what you just saw, I was jamming. Fantastic song. Masterpiece of a pop song. This song should be played everywhere for the next 5 years. It is great, but it is not the best song of the year so far. The best song of the year so far goes to
Tangible, my hands are full with grants I pull from stanzas. No, I can't go slow, I'm Sandra Bullock.
Clouds by J. Cole. So J. Cole, once again, top 10 favorite rapper of all time. I think he's the 5th best rapper of all time. I don't want to get in the conversation. People get mad. This is top 10 J. Cole song ever. The fact that he kept this song unreleased for like a week or two before dropping it is actually insanity. The singing, the rapping, the chill, vibrant instrumental, the flow over the instrumental is crazy. This, I can see this song being my number 1 song of the year for a few months. This song is freaking gorgeous and one of the best hip-hop songs of the decade. I mean, that might be a stretch, but maybe top 30. Very, very good. Anyways, that's going to be all for today's video of my first episode of Highs and Lows. I will totally love doing this series once we get into more episodes, because I love talking about new stuff I've been listening to, ranking worst to best stuff. I love doing that. I'm a sucker for that. Definitely look forward to the next episode of this. Maybe April, probably end of April, when I hear more albums and songs. Love this series. Love the support I'm getting on this channel from all you guys. 1K views is amazing. Almost 50 subscribers, which is my goal. Then we'll get to a bigger goal. You know, you can't jump too far ahead. You gotta take little baby steps at a time. But yeah, appreciate all the support. Comment down below. I will reply. Subscribe, like the video, do whatever you want. Share it to your friends or whatever. But yeah, that is all the time I have for tonight. And that will be all. So, peace.